said I wanted to go in it. So my girlfriend, we took off my sneakers, we took off my things, and I went in it. I was about this deep. So here come the waves splashing on my knees, and I'm here like this. Happier than a kid can ever be. Kid, I'm calling myself a kid, but I felt like a kid. Because now I'm in the water. Tidal waves are coming in, it was awesome. I'm different. I have, sitting here, my body's different, I'm in a wheelchair. But you know what? Who cares? Who cares if you're different? Be happy with who you are, because that's great. Be comfortable. Be courageous. Be thankful for what you have. When you think you don't have a lot of anything going on, take a look at the small things you have. A mom, a dad, your sight, your vision. You can hear, you can see, you can do so many things. Run, jump, walk, play. Use it. Get off your lazy butt and go outside and play around. Stop playing the video games and the little things like that. Go outside. Use those legs. Because guess what? Tomorrow you might not have them. Tomorrow you might not have them. Appreciate what you got. Respect your parents. Respect your teachers. When I moved back down here, I went to the New School of Radio. 5 days after I moved down here, I went to the New School of Radio. Because people have been telling me for years I got a good voice. Doug, you got a great voice. You should do commercials. Doug, you got a great voice. You should go do it on the radio. So now, I have the opportunity to get into the radio business because I'm disabled. And I have a good voice. So I wanted to try it. But radio stations won't say, hey, he's got a good voice, but he's a quadriplegic. He's a liability. Can you move? Because when you're on the mic, you have to move the boards too. So they say, oh man, he's got a good voice, but can he do it? Can he really do this stuff? So I had an idea. I went to the film crew, the TV side, and I said, hey, listen, I got a good idea. Why don't you come and follow me around 24 hours and watch how I cook, watch how I drive, watch how I shower, which was a little odd because I had somebody in the shower with me. So that was a little odd, but you know what? If it's going to help somebody, and what they did was they took that footage and they made a documentary. There's 3 of them, and this one, is about 10 minutes long, but it gives you a little insight for who I am, for what I'm about, and they did a really good job with it. Guys, this isn't the life that I wanted, but it's the life I got. It's the life I'm living. It is what it is. But life becomes what you make it. Nobody is going to do it for you. Nobody. Not a soul. Your parents can tell you all they want. Do this, do that, do this, do that. Yeah. Your parents, your teachers. Listen to them. I am not either one of them. I am a friend that's been around the block telling you, you guys need to start listening to your parents because guess what? They're right. Your teachers, they're right. You guys slack around, you're going to regret it when you're out of school. So listen, enjoy this. Laurie, if you could start filming this, enjoy it. And I'll talk to you guys a little after. So they did a really good job with it. I think you'll enjoy it. It'll give you a little insight for what I went through and what happened. It really shocked me on how good they did that. I mean, the guy that put that together, he did it in 3 days, which is amazing, which is really, really amazing. Again, I still get a little teary-eyed when I see my dog because, I think that sometimes we could really look at a dog, Sometimes no matter whatever we're facing in life, we should act like a dog and a cat sometimes because they're always happy to see you, If you're having a bad day or if you're having a bad moment, they're always there. They love you unconditionally. We should mimic how dogs and cats treat us. Well, besides licking yourself apart, we don't want to do that. But really though, the dogs love you. The cats love you. They're almost kind of human-like. A reason why and how I've gotten through this injury is because of how I was brought up. My parents divorced when I was 4. From first grade to 8th grade, I went to 6 different schools. Draper in 8th was one of the last stops. So I've been to Draper. I graduated from Montessori. But from 1st through 8th, it was very tough. We were in one school living with my mom, going to another school living with my dad. My mom would move, go to another school, and vice versa, you know? It was tough, because I was always the new kid, trying to fit in. And I was picked on. I was bullied. And in turn, instead of going around talking to somebody about it, I ended up picking on my brother. So here I am getting bullied at school, but I'm turning around and bullying my brother because he was overweight. 20 years have passed, and last year or 2 years ago, I still apologize to my brother for how I talked to him. Because no matter if you're saying these bad things to somebody, that's how they're gonna think. So all these years of me calling my brother fat and all these chunky words and putting him down really affected him because he thought he was no good. Instead of me sitting there and embracing him and lifting him up and being a good brother, I wasn't. And I apologize to him because I could have gone through and did it a different way. I got a little thing that I want to try with you guys. If you've been picked on, made fun of, talked down to, if somebody has laughed at you, or you're getting bullied at all at some time in your life, raise your hand. A lot of you guys, huh? A lot of us. Keep your hands up. You're special. You're worth it. Don't listen to them. You guys can do anything you want. Put them down. You guys are special. You have a purpose. You have a gift. If somebody is bullying you and telling you that you're not worth it, they have more issues than you do, by far. Because they find the need that they want to make somebody cry. I bet you your parents are really proud of you. You know? That's awesome. Somebody that's trying to fit in, somebody that's trying to just go to school, but they're scared to go to school because they're going to get picked on. So you gotta, not only do they have a hard time fitting in, but instead of you reaching out to help them, you're gonna make them feel even worse? Really? That's awesome. Your parents would be so proud. Now, if you're a bully, I wanna raise your hand. Come on, be honest. Thank you for your honesty, I appreciate that. Keep your hand up there, darling. Who else? We got another one back there. And the rest of you, I know that there's more than you three. But thank you for your honesty. Put your hands down. You bullies. You guys find the need to pick on people? Does that make you feel good? Why do you do it? I don't get it. Why do you want to make somebody feel awful about themselves? That's disgusting. That makes you ugly. It really does. How would you want to pick on somebody and make fun of somebody because they look different? Because they're not good at sports? Because they don't have good clothing? Or they're new? Instead of reaching out your hand and trying to help them and embrace them? And you bullies got more issues than the kids that you're bullying. Maybe you're getting picked on yourself from your mom or dad. Maybe they're too tough on you. Maybe you got an older sibling that's making fun of you. But all of you bullies are getting something that's bothering you, and you find the need to bother somebody else. So you're picking on kids that aren't going to fight back. You're picking on kids because they're different. That makes you guys ugly. It's awful. And you're going to regret every single thing you say and do as you get older. Now, could you imagine saying something and hurting somebody's feelings that the next day they commit suicide or they harm themselves because they just can't take it anymore? Because that's what's going on around the world. These kids that are getting bullied, they want to go to school, so they want to harm themselves. Or, heaven forbid, they go around the next day and they harm somebody else, commit acts of violence. You guys know about that shooting down in Newtown, Connecticut? Yeah. That's real stuff. And the kid that did it was bullied. Was bullied. All these things that are going on around the world are from bullies. Now, if you've never been a bully, and you've never been bullied, Raise your hand. Come on, get them up. Not a lot of you, is there? So here's what I'm saying. You victims of being bullied, and you followers and bystanders that have never been picked on before, it starts and stops with you. You guys are the cause. You guys can stand up for what is right. Be a leader. Take responsibility for your action. That's what a leader is. Take a responsibility. Don't follow a bully so you don't get picked on. I'm going to follow. I'm going to be friends with her. I'm going to be friends with him so I don't get picked on. Or a bystander and saying, man, I'm glad I'm not that person getting picked on. How would you feel if the next day they harm somebody else or harm themselves? Where you could have stopped it. Take your own action. Tell somebody. You see a bully picking on somebody, go up to the bully, tell them they're doing the wrong thing. If you're seeing somebody getting picked on, go to that person and lift them up. Tell them that they're not fat. Tell them that they're worth it. Just stop it. Tell a teacher, stand up for what is right. I'm so serious about it. It's such an epidemic that we're battling with in society. You guys are going through a hard time in life. We call it the tween years. You're stuck in childhood, and now you're going through adolescence. You guys are in a new school. It's scary. You guys are in 5th grade, king of the mountain, in your own little homeroom. But now you're in 6th grade, low man on the totem pole, going to different classes, meeting the bell, going through your puberty, realizing that cooties is made up. No such thing as cooties. Boys and girls are starting to become interesting. When you're at a store, do you pick up a sword or a baseball bat? Do you watch cartoons or Sports Center? You guys are going through so many changes, so many different things. It's scary. I remember when I was in 6th grade, it was so hard. What do I wear? How do I fit in? Do I follow this guy? Are you friends with this? Why am I getting picked on? Why is this? And it's scary, and it hurts. Life is hard. School is hard. But here's the deal. Look in the mirror and be happy with who you are. Because your likes, your interests are going to change. They're going to change. You're not supposed to know who you are or what you want to do in life. You're in 6th grade. Relax. Don't take your life so serious, but do well in school. Laugh at yourself. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your childhood. Embrace who you are. Embrace what you had. Do you think you got a bad day? You think you got it bad? Go take a little field trip over to Ellis Hospital and go through the brain unit. Go walk around to see some of these kids that are 13 years old that have strokes, that they don't even know their mom or dad. I don't feel bad for myself because I have this, and I can move a little bit. There's thousands of people that got it worse than I do. You guys got it. There's millions of people that got it worse than you. If I can do it, what's stopping you from doing it? Life is so short to live with regrets. Today you have your mom and dad. Tomorrow you might not. Are you going to say, man, I should have told her that I loved her. I should have respected them. Because tomorrow they might not be here. Tomorrow or today you can leave here and as you're walking down, slip on a patch of ice and be in the chair like me. Learning how to brush your teeth all over again. There's a lot of people out there that are depressed, that are staying in their house, watching life pass by. They want to harm themselves. They're taking pills. It's very easy for me to do that too. But you don't give up. You face your fears. You face your struggles. Pick yourself back up and go. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't give up. You can't do that. You can't do that. guys should do it either. You know, before you guys go, I'm going to take this time for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm going to ask you if any of you have any questions. I'm going to have Tom or Mr. Dave or Elena, if they want to ask any of you guys have a question or two, I can field the question. If not, it's okay. I understand that, you know, you guys might be a little shy or timid, but anybody have a question for me? Come on, stand up, buddy, it's okay. How do I eat? That's a good question. With my mouth. I'll tell you though, buddy, that's a real good question because I was so scared to go out in public because I didn't learn how to pick up a fork. I can't cut my own meat. So me and my girlfriend, we have a little fun thing going. If we order something, if I get a steak, I put the steak in front of her so she cuts it. And I'll eat. So she's not over my shoulder cutting my meat, making me feel like a child. I'm eating her dinner. And then when my steak is cut in nice little pieces, we switch flop. But it took me as long as it took me to pick up a toothbrush, that's how long it took me to pick up a fork. That's so long. How many times I've knocked over glasses in public? How many times I've dropped stuff? Or made a huge mess in front of me? I still do that sometimes. But you know what? You have to do it. You just have to go through life. This is not where I want to be, but it is where I want to be. If that makes sense. It's not, I don't want to be in a wheelchair. I don't. But I'm so glad that where I'm at. I have many blessings to be thankful for. Many. Many. One door closes, many more open. But it's up to you to walk through it. It's up to you to have that determination, the resiliency, to be strong enough, to be courageous enough to make a change in your life if you're going through a negative situation, a negative problem. Yes, honey, you got a question? Sure. Any modern medicine that will help my injury? What's your question, darling, too? I'm going to fill them both at the same time.
What were you thinking, like, right after you got hurt?
What was I thinking after I got hurt? Okay, hold on 1 second, buddy. Okay, modern medicine. There's a lot of stuff that I take for nerve pain. A lot of stuff that I take for, you know, my bladder issues. Because I have a lot of health problems that I have to watch out for. You know, so I have to take proper medication in order to not let those issues happen. But if I take those on a regimen, I'll be okay. I need to eat my fruits, my vegetables, just like you guys. I have to stay active. I can either be a 400-pound guy in a wheelchair or I can be a 100-pound twig. It's easy to be, you have to be comfortable. Now, to field your question, what was I thinking? That I was gonna die. When I was floating in the water, I thought that my life was over, you know? And that's not a good feeling. But I'm very thankful to be alive. And that's what I'm happy for. And I'm not sure how much time I got left, Tom. 2 minutes? I can fill one more before we go. Oh, I love you guys. Listen, if you have questions that I can't field, I have business cards with Mrs. Mail's office. If you come up, you can't talk to a parent or a teacher, grab a guardian and call me up. Email me. And I'd love to help you out. I'd love to help you out. I believe you had your hand up first. Go ahead, buddy.
How do you get exercise if you can't walk?
I get range of motion, which is they lift my leg up, they push my leg, you know, kick my leg out like like I'm riding a bike. So I have an aid that helps me with my legs, and I do weights. I do this, chest press. And you want to know how I get exercise? Imagine being in this chair, buddy. You have to push yourself everywhere. How do you get exercise? By living, man. By pushing around, pushing in a van, getting in. I don't drive by this chair. I transfer over into another chair. I'm as normal as you guys when I'm driving. I'm as normal as you. So I get my exercise by pushing this, and by doing weights, and by staying fit by eating vegetables. Listen, guys and girls, life is hard, but it's up to you to do the best you can when you're going through life. The best. Can't give up no matter what is facing your life. You can never give up. Don't quit. Do good into the world. Say thank you. Tell your parents you love them while you got them. Stop picking on people because you're going to regret it in the future. And you kids that are getting bullied, stand up for yourself. Don't feel bad. Talk to somebody. If something's bothering you to the point that you are dreading to go to school, tell your parents. If you don't feel comfortable talking to your parents, call me. I'll talk to you. Have confidence. Be confident in who you are. Because you guys are great. Know that you have a purpose in life. And the rest is downhill. The rest is easy. But one thing remember, before you guys leave today and you go out into the real world, Jimmy V, one of my all-time idols, who died of bone cancer, gave a speech at the ESPYs. He has a foundation saving thousands of cancer patients. Whatever you guys do in life, never give up. Don't ever give